First things first, Aurora, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Good.
Okay, before we talk about the music, I'd like to go back quickly. I saw a video in which you said that you started playing piano when you were 6 because you heard classical music.
Yeah.
What attracted you to classical music at that young age?
Well, I don't know. It was just classical music. I just found it very emotional, and there was no words, but I kind of felt that I could understand what the song was about anyway. And I just really liked the emotion, and it was so relaxed and quiet and nice. And I love the sound of piano, so that's why I tried to play them myself on the piano afterwards. And that was kind of how I started.
And was it because your sister played classical that you heard it, or was Beethoven, or for instance, playing in your house?
My sister, she's 10 years older than me, so when she was around 16, she just stopped playing piano, and I think she played for like 2 years just by herself, just like weird melodies she made herself, I think. And when I started playing, I just wanted to be able to play something that I didn't make myself, you know.
Right.
Sometimes that was nice to make your own pieces, as I did sometimes, but it's quite nice to try to play something more advanced, you know.
Why this difference? Why do you like both?
You know, there's something inside me that needs to make music, and I need to be able to hear it and to play the music I make, so I can hear it myself. And it's kind of you kind of understand yourself better when you make music and you play it and you listen to it and you kind of understand your. I don't know. It's very strange, but I need to make music, but sometimes it's just nice, and it's more relaxing to just play something other people have made. It's just, I don't know, that's the relaxing part, you know.
It doesn't feel like work or something?
No, because
So when you started out, what was one of the first things you learned about yourself through creating music?
Well, I was a very sensitive child, you know, and I felt a lot, and I kind of needed to process these feelings to be able to move on in life, as we all need to, and that's why I started making music, so I can, you know, get these emotions out of my body, and so I can just not think about them for a while.
You say for a while. Do they come back then?
Yeah, they do. Every time I sing the song.
Okay.
But it's just like, it's more like putting them in a box that you open sometimes. It's easier than to have them in your head all the time, you know. And you kind of feel that you've used enough time on that, you know, on that emotion or that happening, if you've written a song about it, and you feel like you deserve to move on as well. It's a quite weird thing. But I learned that I'm as many people, I'm quite afraid to feel.
Sorry.
Like many people, I'm kind of afraid to feel too much and to think about sad things, because it makes us sad. But I think it's important to cry.
So, when you just started writing your own songs, then what was the first song that gave you this feeling that you kind of felt proud of, and that helped you deal with a certain emotion?
Well, I wrote Runaway when I was very young, around 12, I think, and that song kind of helped me a lot. And I was very, you know, but that song kind of, it came very quickly, because I needed it for something, and I made it at night time before going to bed.
What was the inspiration for the song? Do you remember?
No, yeah, I do, but it's a secret.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But then I wrote a line down from that song, and you say you were 12 when you wrote this. All this time I have been lying in secret to myself. Where did that line come?
You know that's what you do when you're sad, but you pretend that you're not, you know, and you do everything you can to forget that you're sad. But the thing you really need to do is to think about it until you understand it, and then it will be fine again. But that's kind of what I mean with that line, that I've been lying to myself, and that's why I can't move on, kind of, because I'm not facing it.
So in that sense, this, and as you say, then this writing about it helps you face it in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, well, you say you were written. This was written when you were 12. What kind of? This is gonna sound weird, but what kind of child were you growing up? Because these aren't, I think, the normal things 12-year-olds think about.
Yeah, well, I was quite, you know, and I'm still, you know, I think I was a bit different, as many people are, but I was a bit, you know, odd, and I really enjoyed to be alone a lot, and when you're alone, you have time to think a lot. That's why I was, you know, I had a lot of stuff on my mind all the time, kind of. So I guess, you know, I guess that's why I wrote all these songs, even though I was quite young.
But in this sense, then, because you say you like to be alone, then there has to come a point where you say, I'm going to share this with somebody, or with the world, in a sense. So was that a difficult step for you?
It was very weird, but it was kind of, because I knew that my songs helped me, because I think that's what music is for. You know, we need music to feel stuff, don't we? You know, we need to, if it makes us happy, or if we need to cry, we listen to something sad. And I think that's such a beautiful thing to be a part of, to make music that can help us feel stuff. And I think my mom said to me one day that it would be quite selfish not to share these songs, because it could help someone, and that's why, you know, and then I figured that I could maybe do it one day.
What was the first gig you did, or the first show, like for you?
It was horrible, so scary. I was very scared. I remember that.
How did the show go? Did you sing well?
Yeah, I was playing guitar, and I had a song that was about world peace, kind of, which is quite strange. It was 9 minutes long, and it didn't have a chorus, so it was a very boring, long song about world peace, you know. And yeah, and I did it on when I was 16, when I graduated from high school, I think,
Right.
10th grade, and then you know, the last day of school, we have a celebration thing, and then I did that song, and I think all the kids just fell asleep because it was so long without the chorus, about something they didn't really care about, and so but it was good.
What kept you going after that then? Because I assume if it's something you're really scared about, then you're not that likely to do it again. So what keeps you going to?
Well, it was kind of weird because that performance was filmed by someone, and that person put it out on the internet, and that's how my management found me, and that's why they signed me as well. So I would never have gone through, you know, I would never have performed again, I think, if I wasn't signed or found by someone. And I was kind of just thrown into it. I didn't plan, you know, for this to happen. It just happened.